Okay, we'll talk a little bit more about slope and how we can think of slope as a rate of change. We have a problem situation here where we've got some information given to us on a graph. The graph shows us the percent of adults who smoke X years after 1997. So the point, let me get my pen where I can use it. The point 0.27.4 means that when X is 0, so in 1997 there were 24.7% of adults smoked. In the year when X is 10, so in other words in 2007, 19.5% of adults smoked. And the first thing that we're asked to do is to find the slope of that line segment through those 2 points. So slope is change in Y values over change in X values. And I believe that difference is negative 5.2 over 10. So the slope is going to be negative 0.52. Now, part B of this question is what's really interesting and how we can think about the idea of slope making connections to actual real stuff that's happening. Looking at your graph, since the graph is going down, I can see that the percent of Americans that smoke, percent of adults that smoke, is decreasing. Well, how much is it decreasing? The actual value of the slope tells us that it's decreasing .52% per year. To be able to describe what the slope represents, you have to think about the change. How much change? If it's a negative number, it's decreasing. If it's a positive number, then it's increasing. The amount of change, and the units are going to be Y units per X units. So since the Y units are percent and the X units are year, then we're talking about percent per year. Alright, here's another problem, very similar to this. In 1990, there are 14 million women that live alone. In 2005, there are 17.2 million women living alone. So if we let X be the year and Y be the number of million women living alone, then we're looking at 2 ordered pairs. The first ordered pair would be 1990, 14, and the second ordered pair would be 2005, 17.2. The slope then of that line would be 17.2 minus 14 over 2005 minus 1990. Simplifying that, you're going to get 3.2 over 15, which as a decimal number would be 0.21. So looking at these two numbers, to go from 14 to 17.2, we know we have an increase. So the way that we can describe what this means is the number of women that live alone is increasing Another way I know that it's increasing is because that slope value is positive, is increasing 0.21 million per year. So another way to think about this is the slope kind of tells us how fast the number is increasing, or in the previous example, how fast the number was decreasing.